Alright, intro the video too.
What's up, guys? It's Demented Caliber here, chilling with S13 Tarot, my lovely fiance. If you want to check out our channel, it is Tarot Storm, but come and do another Shippo video. We haven't done one of those in a while, have we, babe? Because he's been laying dormant, but he's actually, he's come up with some really stupid shit tonight that makes some of you mothers out there really fucking pissed off.
Essentially.
So, should I show the screenshots first, or should I show
Yeah.
what he said first?
We would just show the conversation, but he seems to think that deleting his comments or his messages will make it look like he was never talking. So
And when
yeah,
it By the way, Shippo, this is in case if you haven't been looking at the oh wow.
right.
All right, so he's been deleting his messages and so on and so forth, and he's talking about like how we found his cousin. By the way, I didn't find his cousin. His cousin kind of found me.
Yeah.
I got a random message from him one day, but let's go then. So we're gonna go ahead and get all these downloaded. All right, so he was sitting here talking about breastfeeding and so on and so forth. Like, just asked me, like, just asked me a question, and I simply said, "Fun fact: I never actually took to breastfeeding." And Tara goes, "Never asked." He goes, "LOL," says the person who's trying to defend his pride. All babies suck titty milk before they go on a bottle. Jesus fucking Christ, that grammar. That is not actually true, and I'll show you how this is not true. So,
By the way, I said no, they don't. He said, "LOL, yeah, they do." And I said, "Clearly, you don't know very much about babies at all. It's up to the mother." Well, he's looking at that. I actually asked my mom, and I'm just like, "Was I breastfed or was I bottle fed?" And she's like, "Well, your sister rejected my milk, so I never even tried to breastfeed you. I just gave you straight formula." I was never breastfed at all.
yeah.
Not a single tiny bit. She didn't even try. It was just immediate bottle.
Mm-hmm.
He says not. Yeah, I said clearly you don't know very much about babies. That's the mother. He said neither do you. I'm like, that's what you think. He said clearly you don't know shit, Taro. What's funny is I didn't care about school very much. I actually got some pretty shitty grades in some subjects. One of the subjects I actually did the best in was parenting. And now I don't like children. I'm gonna put that right out there. I don't like kids, uh, but I am still genetically a female, and I do have some maternal instincts. But where I went to school, we had these like stupid high tech babies, like these robot babies. And I had mine for a long weekend. It was programmed too long. It was programmed for 4 days. When I brought it back to school, it was still active. It was only supposed to be active for 2 days. And you had to physically feed it, change its diaper with like there was like sensors in it, and like you had to use this bracelet so only you could do it to activate it, and you couldn't take the bracelet off. It was like snapped on, like a freaking concert bracelet. Like it had to be cut off, so you couldn't give it to someone else. And so I had this baby for an entire weekend, and if you like didn't support its head or you mishandled it or you missed a cry, it was missed points. And there was a pointing system. It was out of 100, and however long the time period that it was active for, it scored it as that. I got 100%. I had this thing for 4 days. I carried on a normal life. I brought it back to school with it still being active, and was like, "Hey, this thing never deactivated. Stayed active since you gave it to me." I got 100% score. No mishandles, no miscries, nothing. I also got like 97% in that class. So I don't like kids. I don't. I never want to have children. I don't want to be a mother. But apparently, I'd make a really good one. And I know that robots aren't like real babies. I have had experience with real babies.
Yeah, and you know, you
But
come to think of it, yeah, a robot's not going to mimic real human life, but it's close enough.
that thing screamed. My mom told me when I brought it home, and she's like, if that thing wakes me up, I'm going to throw it against the wall. And I'm like, you can't do that. I'll get a bad grade. She's like, well, you better make it be quiet when it starts crying. And I'm like, I never woke up. My room was right beside theirs, and it was sleeping right beside my bed. So every time it went off, I woke up, activated it. Because once you activate it, it coos, and it's like the crying quieted down, probably so that people sleep. Because it was for students, right?
Yeah, I mean it's a course that everybody takes. I know, like, yeah, some schools, I believe they actually did this around here. Since we're talking about that, you had the whole egg thing. Now I don't know if that's changed since then.
I don't know.
I know when they were doing the whole like, oh, you take home an egg and you can't break it or anything like that. It can't get broken. It has to be the same way that it was when it was gave to you. They probably did something else. I don't know.
Probably that would make more sense to do with like a fertilized chicken egg. If they had to give it to you in like a little incubator, I was like, take care of this.
You
Keep it at the
guard it
right
with
temperature.
guard it
Don't
with your
break it.
life.
Guard it with your fucking life.
But if anybody doesn't want to hear about Alpha's personal life and when Alpha was a baby, click off this video now. Hi, I'm Alpha, by the way.
This is gonna give Shippo a boner.
Yeah. So, I actually messaged my mom, and I was actually on FaceTime when I did it with her. And my mom wasn't replying back right away because my mom's fishing right now. I would have went with her, but it's a little too cold for me. So I was like, the next best person I'd be able to know if I did or not is my grandparents, because my grandmother, or not my grandparents, but my grandmother, is pretty much my second caregiver. So when my mom had to work, guess who was taking care of me? My grandmother. So with that being said, my grandmother and my mom both confirmed that I was not on breast milk. I would not take the breast milk. I was on formula.
Didn't even try. Hang on, it's actually funny. Um, so she said, you were fed formula. I'm like, so no breast milk at all then? She said, no, mostly because your sister rejected my milk and it hurt my feelings. I died.
Yeah.
I died.
But for Shippo to sit here and say that all baby is suck on titty milk, no, that's not even. And that's not even proper terminology if you want to get technical.
No, it's not.
It's breast milk.
Yeah.
Besides the
Yeah.
point, we're not here to get technical. But I mean, if you're gonna sit here and make a broad statement like that, it shows you have no idea what it's like to be a parent or anything like that.
Hell, I wouldn't trust him with a dog.
Because I believe neither me or my sister took to breast milk. I
What's
do.
interesting is when because I said dog. Um, what's interesting is when one of my dogs had puppies, she had too many puppies for the amount of milk she was making. So we had to bottle feed a bunch of the puppies. So there was like a good 5 puppies that weren't breastfed from the dog at all. Which I mean, in the wild they would have died, but because humans have what I'm looking for interfered, all of them lived. But they're like even in the animal world, not all mammals drink breast milk because 5 of those puppies would have starved to death.
Yeah.
But we didn't separate them, but we like tied ribbon around them to know which ones because like they wouldn't even try to drink from her after they realized there wasn't like enough for them. The other puppies kept like fighting, like getting them away. So we tied ribbon around their necks to know which ones we were bottle feeding, and we just bottle fed them regularly and checked the other ones' weights.
Yeah. And I think Tara wanted me to show something else in this video as well.
The video?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's been a little bit of speculation. He has denied it a lot, but this clip proves that he did date a 14-year-old and a 17-year-old. He 100% admits to it. And we asked him why, and this was the answer. Legit, we wanted to know why the fuck did you date a 14-year-old girl?
Yeah, you
That you want to go ahead and freaking just have everybody just call you a sick ass? That's fine.
because they won't permanently delete it from everything, including flash drives.
So what does it matter if you tell me why you did it? The evidence is already there. We know you did it. I just want to know why.
Because it was a fucking mistake, okay?
Was the 17-year-old a mistake?
Sure, why not?
Now, if anybody's wondering, did we force him into saying that? No, we didn't. We just wanted to
I
get down.
we did not force him into the call. I actually kicked him from the call a couple times, and he rejoined. And I just wanted to know why. Why would you date a 14-year-old girl? You're 30. And apparently it was a fucking mistake. And then I said, what about the 17-year-old? And he said, yeah, I guess. So clearly the 17-year-old wasn't a mistake in his eyes. I'm not even sure the 14-year-old was. But regardless, at this point, Shippo, not only, or Roy, you know what? Roy Stembridge. Roy James Stembridge. At this point, not only should you stay away from kids because you're attracted to them, but you should really stay away from kids and never repopulate because you don't know jack shit about them. My God, next thing you know, he's going to tell me that you don't birth a placenta.
A what?
A placenta.
What's that?
A placenta is basically an external liver for a baby. So it is the thing, it's in between a woman's digestive tract and the umbilical cord. It's what the umbilical cord is attached to. So what it does is food and stuff like that gets filtered through the placenta and all of the nutrients go to the baby. Now, something a lot of people don't tell you is after you give birth to a baby, your labor does not stop. You continue to be in labor until that placenta is birthed out of you. You have to go through labor twice. You have to push something out of you twice.
Dang.
Unless you have twins, then it's 3 times. Oh, sorry, 4 times. If you have twins, it's 4 times. There's 2 placentas.
Yeah. Or the only time you don't have to do that, and this is a proven fact, is if you have a C-section.
Yeah. Well, they still remove the placenta because they have to.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you don't have to push something through your VJ.
I'm never having children. Fuck that!
But, case in point, Shippo's a dumbass.
Dumbass, he's a liar, he's a pedophile. Well, can't technically call him a pedophile, he's a child predator. He's one of those people that we need to remove the warning labels so that natural selection just kind of weeds them out.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on, Shippo. You should do the Tide Pod Challenge. Don't forget to swallow.
Wait, that's actually a thing? I thought that was a joke. Anyways, I think we're going to go ahead and cut off here because we hit the nail on the head with that one. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. And don't forget to subscribe to this lovely gem. She makes awesome DDLG videos. Anyways, guys, this is Demented Caliber and Tarot Storm signing out.